Hello everybody, Richard Del Connor here, and I posted a video a while ago in which I revealed that I am Rachel Connor. Actually, I said Rachel O'Connor. I hadn't seen this book in like 7-8 years. I published it back in 2012, and all my friends had got so like they said that, hey, this book's too controversial, it's too upsetting, you're not going to make any friends with this book. so I took it down. I just didn't. I mean, I knew it was going to be a little controversial, but all my friends were quite upset by it. So it's going to obviously upset a lot of people that aren't my friend. But I just decided to republish it. And I told you that the name was Rachel O'Connor. I forgot that I'd even changed the name to Rachel Connor. I took the O off when I actually published the ebook at Amazon back in 2012. So I just republished it, Rachel Connor, and the name of the book is It's a Woman's World. The subtitle is Putting Men in Their Proper Place. So the whole title is It's a Woman's World, Putting Men in Their Proper Place. And it's written by Rachel Connor, which is, yours truly. But it covers lots of things: politics, inheritance, international land-grabbing politics, borders, disputes. It has a wide variety of topics, and it has very unusual solutions to all these things. And so if you just read through the free part of it in the beginning, you'll get a good sense of where the book is. And that'll probably upset you enough that maybe you don't need to buy the whole book. But it doesn't go so far in the beginning sample of the book to get to the three-party system, which I had mentioned before, which is Rachel Connor recommends having a three-party system which represents the land, the sky, and the sea or oceans, water, all the waters. I guess it would even include fresh water too. But those three political systems, people would sign up for which one they had the most interest in. If you're a surfer, you'd probably want to be in the sea party. And if you're into outer space, you'd want to be in the sky party. And if you're into deforestation and land abuse and radiation and whatever else, then you might want to be in the land party or earth party. So we could have three different parties, and everybody would be in one of those three. And obviously the memberships of those would change in terms of size over the years. But people could shift from one party to the other and really have a good time too. It wouldn't be like going from Democrat to Republican where you have to change your brain. You'd actually just be able to refocus your attention to different interests. And I think they could be less competitive. They would just be going for, I don't know, I think it'd be a very interesting future to see how politically they could advance their own goals. Now, obviously, there would still be lobbying, and there would still be all the financial interests that are involved in ocean travel and fishing and in land management and even in the sky. So the financial interest would always be there. But I think they'd be better balanced by people feeling that they had a personal interest beyond, who aren't interested in the financial parts, but have an intimate interest in the environmentalist parts of each of those three things. And so I think that it could be a much more exciting political system that people would enjoy working in. So anyway, I just went to Amazon and republished the ebook, and I'll put a paperback out sometime soon. I'll redo the cover too, so I'll try to give you a much nicer cover. Like I said, I just spit that cover out in a matter of minutes back a long time ago. So it's just got a kind of a multi-layered thing, of colors. It's just a gradient. But it's going to be out. When I press the button, it said it'll be published within the next 72 hours, and it's September 9th. 2020 right now, 9/9, and so I don't know when it'll actually be available to you, but you should go check it out. Even just go check out the free part of it. Just read through the beginning of it, and I think you'll find it interesting. And like I said, I didn't say, but it was also, this book, as I put it out, was very brief. I didn't give a lot of information and background on these topics. In fact, the original book was actually in storage, so I just kind of whipped this out from my memory real fast when I was back in 2012. Which was a very difficult time in my life. It was so harrowing and frightening to me that it spawned my kung fu cowboy movies and zombie and vampire movies. It was my way of kind of personifying the atrocities I was seeing at that time. But let's not get into that. So anyway, back to the book by Rachel Connor. It's a Woman's World, Putting Men in Their Proper Place. And it'll be available real soon on Amazon, and at least check out the free part of it. And, it was meant, like I said, to be I wanted comments, and I wanted the negative comments as much as I wanted the positive comments. I think those would make it much more amusing and interesting if people are vehemently, this is terrible, how can you say such things, and that. And I think that'll make the book really interesting. So every couple of years I would have a new issue of the book, and I think that's what would make this book evolve. And a lot of the ideas hopefully will go beyond mine. I mean, these are just me, coming up with off the top of my head a bunch of ways to improve the future from a feminist point of view. So I'd like to think that, there's a lot more to add and a lot more criticism and ways to improve on my suggestions and things I couldn't think of or won't ever think of that you can add to the book. So I'd like the book to kind of evolve as a consciousness of America or the world in terms of reshaping our politics to be more environmentally oriented as opposed to financially oriented. And I think we might still we'd have a longer future as humans on this planet. I mean, the cockroaches are going to survive no matter what, but, I'd personally think, we could have generations of humans surviving for another 1,000, 4,000, 6,000, 10,000 years. I mean, for that to happen, we're going to have to change our politics incredibly. So this book is an incredibly forceful set of suggestions about how we could improve the future by totally changing our political and economic environment. So anyway, Richard Del Connor here, and just wanted to clarify that because I went to Amazon to take a look at my book and it wasn't there. It's like, what happened? I forgot I'd taken it down because all my friends were so upset. So anyway, if you want to be upset, go get my book.